Williams cleans the cue ball, and Cope has the position that Robertson feels that he should have had and would have done but for the kick.
Eight.
Just having a look at the two reds just above the one he's going to play this time. It looks like a plant, or it could be made. It's just aiming towards the left jaw, but there's a little gap between the two reds, so it could be made.
Nine.
And the fact he's got the blue over the left middle means that just making the plant, he's certain of the colour. We'll soon know anyway. He could play the cannon if he wanted to. No, he's played for the plant. And this could bring all these three reds into play.
16.
10 points the lead. Yeah, he just needs to hit that first red just to make it, but I'd be very surprised if he didn't knock this one in. Well, that didn't seem to make the best sound. He didn't seem to hit it that hard, and the ball seemed to leave the bed at the table. And when I thought he was going to open up the reds, he could have been on a lot easier red than this. Wouldn't fancy him to miss it though.
Well, that was the only way that he wasn't going to have a shot at either pink or black. The pink going right on top of it.
Well, this frame isn't over yet then, is it? Obviously the pink doesn't go. And he's got the long straight blue, but that wouldn't afford him good position on the awkward last red. Giving it plenty of thought, which isn't usually his way. He usually spots the shot to play, but this is a situation, decision time really. Do you play safe? Or, as I say, if he pots the blue, it's only for the extra 5 points.
Rumble. Jamie Cope, 23.
The safety, putting the brown safe, and possibly snookering Robertson. I don't know whether he can get quite to a thin edge.
That's the swerve. Well, it looks as though he can just get to it without the swerve. He could. The only thing is that it was a bit dangerous. You were sending it maybe towards the corner pocket, but it's a good shot.
Yes, making such a thin contact from that distance even meant that there wasn't much speed on the red. That was a thicker contact and a misjudgment.
Big mistake. He'll be relying on the brown now as his saviour. O'Neill just having a look at the availability of the pink. 17 points behind. He's going to need the pink. Not necessarily off this red. Oh, it does go in this corner pocket. I wouldn't play for the pink here. I'd probably play for the blue.
One.
could have been better on it, but with the brown not being on its spot, it shouldn't be too difficult to come in and out of baulk. Now, I think he's hoping that he can get a slight angle on the yellow, and in potting the yellow, he can bring the brown into play. But what position will he leave himself on the green? Brown into play. Is he going to get hampered by that blue? He is. That's unlucky.
Can't get to the middle of the cue ball. Can't even get to just the left of centre, which would be all right.
Yes, and I'm thinking if he's using the spider, will he even take the pot on the green?
Robertson 8.
Played the safety.
Yes, but not a good one. Not a good one. Jamie Cope will go for this. And of course, he only has to pot it, and he'll automatically be on the brown.
Overcut. But in that instance, that was the way to miss it if you were going to miss it.
Well, applause from the audience, but I don't think Neil Robertson will be joining in. Lucky to get the snooker there. It's a pretty good shot. Of course, Neil Robertson always knew when he trickled up to the green that he was leaving himself open for something like that. It's a little bit more difficult now. The green more or less in the middle of the baulk cushion. And if he plays the swerve, he's just got to hope he gets it safe. Not guaranteed.
Only flicked it. But has he finished sufficiently behind the blue?
Neil having a run round. I'm just looking at the body language. I think this may be a snooker. Well, he can swerve to pot it. And he has done. And as I say, whenever he potted the green, he was automatically going to be on the brown, but he still needs the blue.
Seven.
So after several twists and turns, it's just this simple blue.
12.
Which itself left his opponent needing 2 snookers.
18 in the first frame. Jamie Cope.
Well, the opening frame swung this way and that, but Jamie Cope has taken it.
Well, if there were errors, I'm sure that has settled them from Jamie Cope's perspective. And Steve and Ken, really the turning point, I suppose, was that kick that Neil Robertson got on the blue.
Yes, it was frustrating, and Neil was in prime position, and it looked like he was going to go from strength to strength, and had to just roll a nice easy blue into the pocket, and he got this awful, horrendous kick on it. I mean, the game's hard enough as it is, Ken, without things like that happening, and we still don't seem to be able to get to the end of this, do we?
No, it's very frustrating for a player, particularly when the game is at your mercy. And there you see it, it's just pushed right towards the cushion, and he was out of game. It was a perfect opportunity to steal the frame, and but for the kick, I thought he was very unlucky. You know?
He was indeed, but Jamie Cope, the way he finished off that frame was impressive, particularly the swerve shot to pot the green.
That's right, yes. Neil Robertson thought he got away with it there, as stuck the green over the hole. See this delicate little swerve around, and it was Jamie Cope's good play in the early part. Neil had his chances, but generally I think a good opening frame.